How was that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now you just have to top them.
Yeah, no, I won't ever be able to do that. Who's first?
Got everybody all done.
Yeah.
So how would you compare season 2's Flash to season 1? Like the character?
Well, I think throughout the season, Barry is gonna have a new mentor, and he's gonna this mentor is gonna help him kind of find some new ways to use his powers, and he'll mature, I think, over the course of the season, and really kind of start to become the hero or he'll start to feel like the hero, I guess. Thank you. That kind of the city is treating him as at the beginning of the season. And I think when we first come back, he's kind of in a place where he's getting a lot of acclaim right now from the Flash is getting a lot of acclaim, and he's being treated as a hero, but doesn't feel like one because, as we all know, Eddie is kind of the guy that stopped Wells. And I think that's weighing very heavily on Barry when we come back, and he's kind of a lone wolf at this point, doesn't really want to work with anybody else. So he's kind of in a dark place when we find him, and I think it's going to be, season 2 is going to be a long road to kind of getting out of that and being like the positive Barry again. And I hope we can get there sooner rather than later. The only thing I'm pushing for season 2 is fun. I want to be able to do like karaoke and just have fun for season 2, but we're definitely dealing with a lot of the weight from the season 1 finale for the first part of the season.
So to be you at Comic-Con, it's kind of like being Tony Hawk at the X Games. Is it a bit overwhelming? Just navigating the streets?
It's when I checked in last night, I checked in at the same time as Stephen Amell, and we got like mobbed. So it's a little different for sure this year than it was last year. But it's fun. I don't feel like Tony Hawk. That's cool that you think I'm Tony Hawk. But no, it's cool. I mean, this is a place that Andrew was saying earlier. It's like no one comes to Comic-Con with their pitchforks. It's like everyone's here because they're passionate fans, and some of them might come on a little strong once in a while, but everyone you know is just here and they're excited about the show, they're excited about the characters, and that's the best part about being here. And
then again, to be you at Comic-Con, you probably have access. What are you most geeked out about that you get to check out?
Well, I can't even this day's jam-packed, and I don't know that I can really walk the floor and enjoy it, so I don't even know that I'm going to get to see anything. I wanted to see the Superman and Batman suit, but I don't know that I'm going to get to go see it. And my suit's, I think, on display pretty close to it, right? Are they like... Oh, really? That's so cool. I'm like, that's so funny that I won't be able to see it, but yeah.
You say that Barry's going to be dark, at least in the beginning of the season, so how is everybody else reacting to this version of Barry?
I think especially Joe and Iris are trying to get him out of this funk, because this isn't the Barry that they know and love. He's kind of always been able to trust people and be positive and move forward, and all of those qualities are kind of gone right now. I think his faith is has been rocked, and faith in himself and faith in kind of being able to take care of the city. Now that these metahumans are out there, I think it's just kind of overwhelming, and there's a whole slew of new metahumans being introduced that have become metahumans for a different reason than the other metahumans we've met at this point. So yeah, I think it's all just kind of a little overwhelming for Barry at this point, and he's shunned everybody because he doesn't want anyone else to die because of him.
What did you learn about playing the Flash with John Wesley Shipp, and what was it like working with the original Flash?
It's amazing. I love John. John is probably out of everybody all the veterans I've worked with, John has given the most advice, I feel like, just as far as being true to myself and that trusting myself with the character, that I was cast for the right reasons and everything like that, just because, I don't know, it's a lot of responsibility and pressure I think can come with a franchise like this, and to just ignore it all pretty much and just do your thing. But yeah, working with John has been amazing. He's also a terrific actor. I think some of our scenes together are some of the more emotionally raw scenes in the show, and we had a lot of fun working with him.
We got John's take earlier on the father-son scenes and stuff like that. So could you talk about, from your point of view, of playing the father-son scenes with both?
Yeah.
Your two fathers on there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, those are my favorite scenes on the show. I mean, the like family-driven, friendship-driven scenes. Those are the most fun as an actor to do. And Jesse is an actor that, being from musical theater, I mean, he's an actor I've looked up to since I was 10. And the fact that I'm working with him blows my mind. And that he's like a friend of mine now. It's like the coolest thing in the world. So, I mean, just working with both of those guys is just a treat. And I think they both pushed me to just get better throughout season 1. But yeah, I like both of those relationships for me on the show are easy to draw from, just because I'm close to my family, and all of the things are, I think, really well crafted, and there's all these little tiny beats in there that are really good natural emotional triggers that hit home for something that's real for me. And it's, I think, what makes it so easy and so emotional. I think they probably feel the same way. It's just so well crafted, and it just feels real when we're doing it.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. When Jesse wears the skull hat as Joe, does he not remind you of Tom Collins?
Oh my God, yeah.
Like every time I'm like, that's Tom Collins.
Yeah, and I think that came to be back in the day too, because that's a Jesse thing. So like, because out in public too, like he wears hats all the time. That's his favorite type of hat. So that's a Jesse thing, and then it became a Joe thing because he wanted to wear it. Like.